All right, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're gonna be covering something that I get asked a ton, and that is how do I care for my microfiber towels that I use in my car detailing business. Now that as a general question is pretty easy to answer. Every pack of microfiber towels that you buy comes with washing instructions. Basically, machine wash, warm, no fabric softener, no bleach, tumble dry, low heat. Pretty simple, right? But there's some very specific things that I like to do to prep that I found that just give me the best results for longevity of the microfiber towels, both in quality and performance. Now again, the basic care instructions are pretty simple. However, there are steps that I like to take, and step number one is I like to assess the towels. Basically, as I'm going through my towels that have been used, I'll be sorting through them. If they are super dirty or super saturated, personally, I toss them. I do not bother washing them. I don't want to contaminate my washer and dryer. I want to keep it very simple. Now, I do have a washer and dryer in the shop, which is very nice. It's a luxury that I didn't have in the past, that I do have now. And the only reason it's a luxury is because story time here, guys, is when I first started detailing, right? Went through a bunch of towels, cleaning a bunch of cars, washed them. I was actually living with a few buddies of mine, washed them in the washer and dryer, took them out, no worries. They came out clean, looks great. And my buddy went and did a load of laundry, his personal clothes, right after that. And he developed a pretty severe rash. And just whatever chemicals that were left over that came off of the towels, all that dirt contamination, stayed in that washer and dryer. He washed it next and he got a rash. So now I don't know to this day if he realizes it was because of my microfiber towels, but I definitely realized that and stopped washing super contaminated towels in that situation. So if you do that, guys, be careful. I have kids at home. That's why I got a separate washer and dryer in my shop. However, not a big deal. If you do have kids at home and all that kind of stuff, whenever I wash, you can use either a dedicated microfiber detergent or just a free and clear product that's really safe for your kids anyway. And just, you know, again, number one, assess the towels. If they're overly dirty, just toss them. It's not worth it. That's why I really like those Costco towels at 50 cents a towel. I go through a ton of them. And again, I use those for my heavy lifting. If I know it's a really dirty area, those are getting used, and at 50 cents a towel, it doesn't hurt so bad throwing them away compared to a towel that costs $1.50, $2, $3. Okay, now step number two is you want to sort through your towels, right? So you've gone through, you've assessed, you know which ones you want clean versus ones that you just want to toss away. Now I will say too, I will talk about later in the video, for those ones that are super soiled, if you don't want to throw them away and you want to try and get the most life out of them, no worries. I'll show you a little trick on that as well in a little bit. But step two, again, is to sort your towels. So you want to separate towels a little bit. Now, some people will go crazy. They'll separate their towels that are just for compounds and polishes, separate towels that are just for interior chemicals. You can really get as detailed as you want on the separation of them. For me, I run a busy detailing business. I don't have time to do like 15 different loads of laundry. So what I do is I typically take my microfiber towels and I'll break them down into three categories. Three categories are my general purpose, interior and exterior towels. Those are gonna get all washed in the same situation. Now the second group is going to be my window towels. Because I'm only using water on my towels, I don't want any of the contamination from these towels that have any sort of chemical to transfer onto my window towels, because then they're gonna have a chemical in them and I could create some streaking and all that kind of stuff, or just make my life a little bit harder when I'm doing the windows. So I separate those. And then for my third pile, I'll do my drying towels. Strictly because typically my drying towels, I like to use the twist loop drying towel. They seem to work the best for me. It's a little bit different of a nap than these traditional microfiber towels. So I do them separately. I don't know if I really need to. I could just lump those in with my window towels because they're essentially just absorbing water. So I could do it that way. If I'm in a pinch, I'm just gonna do those two loads, not breaking into three. Alrighty, now step number three is to go ahead and start the wash process. Again, I will load my towels, they're all separated, I will load them into my washer. Next, I'm pulling out my detergent. Now again, you can get specific microfiber detergent. And I do recommend it, I do like it. Rags to Riches from P&S is probably my favorite. And then, you know, like Chemical Guys makes a microfiber wash, all that stuff, it works great. It does a really good job. I'll have those linked in the description for you guys so you guys can check those out. Outside of that, you can use a free and clear detergent. You just don't want any dyes. You don't try to do no fragrance, no dye, definitely no bleach, definitely no fabric softener. Fabric softener will actually stiffen up the fibers of the microfiber towels. Now, I've had it in the situation, again, full honesty here, I have had situations where fabric softener sheet was left in the dryer and I didn't see it, and you throw the towels in there and man, that fabric softener like almost, it goes into the fibers of the microfiber so bad, it's hard to get out, it stiffens it up. You don't want to do that. So again, no bleach, no fabric softener. Now next, you want to adjust your settings of your washer, right? So again, I wash mine on warm. I've seen some other people talk about not doing it in warm, or, only sticking to cold water. And I understand that. These are made of polyester and polyamide, I can't remember the name, but basically it has a melting point when you get into too hot of water. That's gonna cause these things to stiffen up as well. So cold water is a very, very safe option. However, the warmth of the water will kind of help open up those microfibers and allow it to, the detergent and everything to get in there and agitate everything and release any contamination that's in the towel a lot better than cold water will. So I always wash all my towels on warm water. I use pretty heavy duty cycle or normal cycle, and I will let the agitation really do its job. Another really important note when you're setting up your wash cycle is if you have the option to do a secondary rinse, go ahead and do that. It's just gonna, obviously it does this whole thing, rinses everything away, and then if you're just putting in pure water after that, letting that all rinse away, you're just gonna get a better result in the long run. Alrighty, now next up, your whole cycle is done and you're good to go. Now again, whenever you're using your detergent, just follow the instructions that are on your on the bottle of detergent. You don't have to go crazy, you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. Use the recommended dosage and you're good to go. Also, do not overload your washer. If you overload it, it's gonna be too heavy, it's not gonna agitate the way it's supposed to, it's not gonna fully shake everything around and really get everything loosened up. And plus it's bad for your washer, so just don't overload it. It's better to go a little less than too much. And now that everything is done, we're moving on to the drying cycle. Drying is also very, very important. Again, too much heat is bad, right? So I always do a tumble dry if I can, super gentle cycle in there. Just want them flopping around, kind of dancing around in the dryer and just staying nice and light. Low temperature and just let them go. You can also air dry them, but obviously that's gonna take a lot longer, but tumble dry, low heat is really all you need. That's a perfect situation and it's gonna get the job done perfectly. Okay guys, now back to those super soiled towels that we were talking about in the beginning of the video. Again, I throw them away, but if you don't wanna throw them away and you want to preserve those, here's the little trick that I do. Super Clean. So Super Clean is a degreaser. It's going to help break down any of the stuff that's in these towels, especially when those ones that are super soiled. So I just get a bucket, fill it up with some warm water. Right on the back here, guys, this is why I love Super Clean so much, is the dilution ratios. They have it written on the back here, and you can, it works amazing on so many different things. But right here, guys, it does show laundry pre-soak, 16 parts water, 1 part Super Clean. So just do that ratio in some warm water, throw your towels in there, let them soak. You can mix it around a little bit, get it to break up a little bit, rinse that out, and then you're good to go and throwing them into your washer and dryer. Now the last thing, guys, is I like to immediately fold my towels. It just keeps my workflow running properly. It lets me know how many towels I have for jobs coming up. Separate them. Again, the reason I like to have different colors for my towels, again, I have gray, blue, red, yellow here, black for my windows. I typically operate with 3 colors. I've been bringing these other towels in, I sell them on my site, and so in a pinch when I need more, I'll grab them out of my own stock. That's why I have different colors here, but typically I'll go, again, yellow is just my all-around basic, just kind of if I need to do something pretty gnarly. Those are my go-to because I can toss them away at such a good price. Then I will typically go gray for exterior, blue for interior, and then my windows are always these thin 200 GSM black towels. So 3 situations there. Again, the yellows I'll have there to work on wheels or whatever else is needed. But that's pretty much it, guys. But keeping them organized, keeping them folded up, keeping them properly cared for is essential to get the most out of your microfiber. Again, these aren't cheap. Even the microfibers from Costco at 50 cents a towel, it adds up significantly, right? So make sure you take care of these things. Make sure you're you know, getting the most you can out of them. I will say a brand new towel from Costco, again, 50 cents versus a lot of other towels are at $2. You know, a brand new towel is probably equivalent to a higher end towel that's been washed 4 times, but then you're at that same $2 mark. So you're getting that same kind of value, but you could operate with a brand new one instead. So it's just kind of up in the air, depends on what you like to do. But that's pretty much it, guys. I wanted to just give you a basic video of how I care for my towels, because I do get asked that a lot. And again, guys, keep it simple. It's kind of my motto on everything within the car detailing industry. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Keep it simple and just do your best on keeping them clean and keeping them organized. That's it, guys. I hope that helps you. Please make sure to like the video. Make sure you're subscribed, turn that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one.